Tā lofa lava, e toi whaawhelo ai atu I lau mai mua mai I le whapoponga le nei o tātou porkalame Kuka, Taste of Beautiful Samoa. O se porkalame ua tuu whaatasia mo tātou mo alamanuia o tangata tā whao mai Samoa. O vaenga o le nei porkalame ua whaata ua whaapitoa e tā leni o loi te tonu o Samoa I a tātou pisiniso tau mawha ma whale ainga. O le a whao ngā ai, fua tā ua o whaeleleanga whaapea tau mawha Samoa e o tātou lava tangata ai maiso o lui tau o loo whiangai ma Samoa ma lalulangi atoa I le nei vai taimi. O le atu o tau sila sila I nisi o a li matamai ta I Kuka au pito I longa I Samoa ma o le a Lātou whaasoa mai ia I tātou, lātou tumai, anga waa, mo poto māsani. A very pleasant talofa lava. With tourism being the mainstay in Samoa's economy, we continue to see this crucial industry and its positive contribution in our livelihoods over the years. One of the very many important facets of maintaining this industry is Samoa's delicious traditional local food and cuisine. Samoa is unique in its Samoa or way of life, and food is pivotal to bringing together people in our families, in our village, and in our church. Cuisine is also so important that it's created opportunities for employment in our cafes, restaurants, hotels, an industry that employs about 5,000 people each year. We have over 50 registered restaurants and approximately 150 hotels and accommodation, providing food options that range from cooked umu from the market to impressive high-end organic food choices that rival even the best internationally. All across both Upolu and Savai, these services are spilling over with amazing local produce and flavors, which depend greatly on our very own local farmers. Welcome to this edition of Kuka, Taste of Beautiful Samoa. Today we're here at Sheraton Aggie Grace Hotels and Bungalow, and we'll be visiting with the artistic and creative talents of Chef Jiju. He has about 29 years of international experience in the restaurant and food industry, and I'm really excited to see how he's going to be incorporating our local produce into his dishes. Let's check it out. Le nei tu la o leo tato whaatasi ma lea li I Kuka le sunga ia Chef Jiju I le mautatal malo o Sheraton. Talofa Jiju?
Talofa everyone, I'm just from Sheraton, Samoa. I am the executive chef here. I run the whole culinary brigade here. Today what we're doing is we're trying to create the Polynesian oka, which is I'm trying to make the traditional oka and the modern version of the oka here today. So we are trying to use all the local produce and the local ingredients for this particular dish. We try to source it everything from Samoa.
Thank you so much for hosting us. I'm particularly interested in sampling and tasting your dishes.
Sure.
But before we carry on to where you will actually demonstrate your creative talents, we're really interested in knowing about you and your journey as a chef.
Oh, okay.
Tell us a bit about you.
Yes.
And
okay, see, I'm born in India. I'm from the southern part of India. So where I come from, the food is, food comes first. So, I was cooking with my mother when I was a childhood at home, helping her. And that brings me to become a chef. That inspired me to become a chef. Then I went to the college in India, which I studied hotel management and catering technology. Then I moved from there to Europe.
Wow.
I got a job in QE2, the Queen Elizabeth, one of the biggest vessel at that time, traveling around the world. So I get to see 36 different countries and 36 different culture of cuisines, and I get to cook for many people like Nelson Mandela, like Michael Jackson, Queen of England, George Bush, Obama. So all these opportunities come through. I am traveling through the ship and working around the world. So I was working and trained in England for 7 years. I worked in various hotels and restaurants. So I bring my the modern cuisine skills, basically natured from England. Then I moved to Italy just because I got married from Italy, so I just have to go to Italy and work. So I went to Italy. It's one of the best food, I think it's come from Italy. So I get an opportunity to work with the best chefs in Italy and execute that cuisine as well, try to learn and give much more knowledge to me. Then I moved to Australia, the beautiful Australia next to the Pacific here. So I worked there for nearly 13 years in various hotels. So I developed my skills in Australia with a lot of other chefs as well. Then I was working for one of the fine dining restaurants in Australia. So I was won as a best restaurant in 2005. Then I moved from Australia. I moved to Mexico, which it was another world. I've been to Mexico and I worked there for 2 years for another hotel, which is a chain of hotels. But I tried to learn there a different kind of culture and cuisines. It's everything about a spice and different chilies. You know, they have like more than 35 varieties of chilies. So how to work with the chilies and bring the flavors out, you know. That was another experience for me. Then from there, I got an opportunity to come to beautiful Samoa to work with all the Samoans, and here we have a culinary school. Is Ep2. Ep2 is providing us with new talent chefs. So I get an opportunity to work with Ep2 and work with them and develop their cooking skills here. And I'm here now for past 3 years. We have basically in Sheraton, we have 2 restaurants and a lobby shop. So we have Agi Grace, which we turn into a fine dining degustation restaurant where we cook, we change the menus weekly, and we try to use the maximum local produce and keep it simple. And it's a new progressive cuisine for Samoa. So I just want to change the culture of cuisine in Samoa to bring it to the next level. So while saying that, I have a traditional restaurant called Feast, which is downstairs. So where they cook traditional breakfast, and we do a fia buffets, which have a live traditional shows and the fire dance included. And plus we do a local cuisine, especially the traditional cuisine, umu style cooking. So we all developed doing in Feast. So that's all about it. And today we are here cooking the traditional Polynesian oka, and oka with a twist, progressive oka, how we can do it in a different modern way. That's what we're trying to do today.
That's quite an impressive repertoire. I'm actually really interested how you're going to bring together all that many years of experience,
Yes.
that knowledge about international flavors, and you're taking one of our very popular local dishes and giving us your take on it.
Yeah, sure. But at the meantime, I'm going to give you the traditional look as well, and
Okay.
And a modern twist as well. So in order to do the oka, we're gonna go through the fish cutting process, which we caught the local fish today from the market. We have a regular fisherman which supplies fish daily.
Okay.
So we have a beautiful tuna which we can come through and have a look how the chef is breaking it down, the tuna. So this tuna we got it today. The chef Felix will fillet the tuna now for the oka.
So how long does it usually take to fillet?
As normally
Fish of this size.
it takes this size to fillet to 10 to 15 minutes.
But an inexperienced person like me probably
Probably like a whole day.
I think I could do it in a couple of
Yeah.
hours, not a whole day.
Yeah,
But
okay. Just cut only these fillets out.
yeah. What's next and where to now?
Next, we are trying to make the traditional oka now, which is we are using all the local ingredients which I prepped earlier. So in some local cucumber, which we get from the local supplier. So that's one of the key ingredients. Next thing is the local tomatoes. Over here in Samoa, the tomatoes are like a cherry tomatoes, but it's in taste, it's fantastic. And add a little bit of red onions, which we can grow in Samoa too. And of course the chili, it depends how spicy you want the oka to be, then you can add more spice to it.
So you can adjust it to my taste.
Adjust to your
this
taste. So
afternoon?
yes, maybe you can.
Maybe
you
can I decide? All
You
right.
can decide
so
how much.
many helpings have we gotten in here? Is
Yeah,
this
this
like
I'm gonna make like say 6 portions.
6 portions?
So you can
Okay.
yes.
Actually, I quite like chili. You let me know if it's too much.
Yeah, you can add a bit more.
Okay, great. All right.
Yep,
All right.
that's
all right.
That's all right.
Okay.
So the main ingredients is lemon juice. Actually, the oka is raw cured fish with coconut marinated in lemon juice. So I'm gonna get the tuna which we prepared earlier. So that's a diced tuna. Sorry. And we're going to add the lemon juice to it. And of course the coconut milk which we prepared. Nancy prepared earlier.
There.
So you can focus here. And salt and pepper to taste. So here we go. We have a fresh, beautiful oka made from all natural sources from Samoa.
And that's it.
That's it. Very simple. And I'm going to present the oka into a coconut, yam coconut shell, which is the coconut before the coconut grows. It's going to come inside this plant. So this is all the coconut. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill the coconut in here, tuna in here. And of course, it goes with taro chips. Without taro, Samoan cooking is not there.
O leo mai ona sa uni le sunga ya chef Juju tato oka Samoa. Ya leo tato se noi le si tuinga whainga tato oka. So Chef Juju, you're on to a progressive
cuisine.
What does that what does that
Progressive
mean?
cuisine is we are bringing the Samoan traditional food into a next level, which is more artistic and presented well. And actually, we work with the seven senses. So you know what, we're gonna taste the flavors from the local produce, and we can see as is in a plating. It should be like a painting, or it should be eye appealing, and the smell and the textures will be looking as good as the traditional
Okay.
oka.
All right.
So,
So-
we are using the ingredients same as the local tuna which we used before. So we cut them into a square. This one, which we are cutting them into fine thick cubes, and we're going to marinate this with a little bit of salt,
Masima,
pepper,
pepper,
and some lemon juice.
tipolo.
Yep. And let it marinate this for a while. Then over here we are using the same tomatoes, onions, and cucumber, which is made already pickled them. Like we pickle them in a different brine, which is we cooked with sugar, vinegar, and salt,
Okay.
and other dry herbs. While we saying that, we take the lemon juice into different level. We mix with that mayonnaise and we're using that as a sauce, incorporating with your tuna. So we're gonna put that on the plate. So it's gonna be an artistic plate. So it has to be like an art. Yeah, that's an art. So the next thing is we can present your tuna.
So
the tuna is already been marinated in salt and pepper.
Okay. How have you decided the shape? You just whatever inspires
this
you?
is an art.
Okay.
So it comes, it takes a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge to do an artistic culinary.
How do you teach this?
This is actually we have to take a lot of discipline and a lot of training to achieve this kind of cooking. So that you have to be well trained and we have to be disciplined.
So there's an art to
Yes.
the pattern that you place on the plate.
Yes.
The positioning of the food.
The position, yes, everything
Okay.
is accountable for the dish.
Okay.
So next thing we can do some onions, which I cooked earlier. The onions are pickled onions. So we just place. And we're doing the tomato as well. It's marinated with lemon juice, sugar, vinegar.
Okay. Sugar.
Yep.
Is this the tomatoes?
Yes, that's the tomatoes.
So what have you got in there?
That's
You got
going to be
sugar?
sugar, vinegar, herbs, and we have an additional ingredients in here, which is avocado. Avocado is in season, so we're just using fresh avocado to give it a modern twist. And this is your poke sauce. We just get the coconut milk and infused with all the ingredients, and we thicken slightly with agar agar. Agar agar is a natural seaweed gelatin. It's vegetarian, so that we can
Agar.
just get like a thickness of for the dressing.
Okay.
And instead of taro chips, what we're using is we have sago chips, which we boil the sago and mix with a little bit of squid ink and dry them in a dehydrator and deep fry them to make a crispiness. So that's the final touch. We're going to use some of the flowers, which is edible. These flowers can be edible. I don't know what we call them. Yeah,
Sungi.
the sungi. They are edible flowers. So I'm going to add a little bit of sungi flowers to get that tropical Samoan feel to it.
But you can eat it too.
Yes, it's an edible flower.
Okay.
Edible flower from Samoa.
I'm gonna try one.
Of course.
Okay.
You can see, as you can taste.
How would you describe the flavor of a?
Just,
oh, okay. So in the, all right, in the marinade.
Marinade, yeah.
Okay.
So when you eat the whole dish, it's already in the marinade and it's take it to the next level. How's it taste like?
It's different.
It's different?
You know, this is what's going to happen, Juju, is I'm going to be out in my garden. I'm going to be picking the flowers.
So yeah, we are cooking
for
with nature. We're cooking with nature.
My floral arrangement,
Yes.
but then I'll also be taking it from the
And
salad.
I forgot to tell you about my plate. The plate is, we call them black sand beach because
Black
in
sand
front of
beach.
Sheridan we have the beach, which is black sand. So what we did is we bring that black sand to our inspired dish. So we made in-house the plate and the whole feel. So this is our signature dishes. We serving in Aggie Gray's restaurant, which is a fine dining restaurant. We do degustation menus down there. So anyone can come and see the progressive cuisine of Samoa is right here.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's absolutely beautiful and
Thank you.
creative. I love how you put this together. So it's not only a visual experience
Yes.
and sensory experience. I'm afraid to actually ruin this
Ruin this.
this piece of art because it is. It's art.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, so the most exciting moment of today's show. It's now tasting time. But before we get to sample these beautiful pieces of art, we have a very special guest with us, Miss Samoa, Miss Pacific Islands, Fono. Malo Soifua, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for being with us and here at Sheraton. Can you tell me about how it's going in your reign and one of the most exciting things that's happened lately?
Yeah, you know, time's gone by so quickly. I'm already 8 months into my reign, and right now we're looking at whether a pageant will go ahead or not. So we're a bit uncertain as to what the future looks like, but nonetheless, I'm blessed to be able to be here in Samoa and to serve for our people.
That's fantastic. Mirroring that hopeful spirit for our tourism and hospitality industry. Today, Chef Jiju's created for this, for us, a traditional Samoanoka, as well as
a progressive cuisine.
Progressive modern cuisine. Now, you've got to see Chef Jiju put this together. What are your immediate thoughts and feelings with regards to what you're seeing here before you?
I think, like you mentioned earlier, it looks almost too good to eat.
Right.
The presentation is everything, and I look forward to trying it out.
Sure, definitely.
I'm not going to hold you back. Just make sure you leave enough for me, okay?
I will.
All right.
And let me know the feedback too.
I'm sure it'll be nothing but amazing feedback.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know how you stay humble, Jiju, with creations like this. Okay, so I'm going to hand you a fork. And let's try our traditional Samoanoka first, and then let's see Jiju's take on that afterwards. All right, after you.
Watch out for the chilies.
Really nice.
All right, well, I'll just take this now.
You go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I'm claiming all of it. All right, we'll have a look. Now with oka, I always like a balance of the, I guess, the fish to the coconut cream. I love really rich foods, so I'm really looking forward to trying this with
You can try with one of the toast as well. I mean, the taro chips, which is a traditional way to eat.
You're giving me a challenge here, Jiju, to try and eat from the taro chip in a dignified, way. Okay, I'll try.
Yes,
Here we go.
Because you need to have the little crunch coming through.
All right.
Your
You know what? I think I can handle this. All right, I'll put this down here.
No pressure.
Oh, cheers.
Is it spicy enough for you?
I could probably add a little bit more spice.
Okay.
Yeah, I can handle a little bit more spice. So that's beautiful. And you're right. The taro chips went with it
give
perfectly.
An additional crunch.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna have to carefully dismantle this piece of art and see what this tastes like. All right. Do you wanna go first?
Should we go at the same time?
Okay, which angle are you tackling? All right, let's
I'll
do
go
this.
from here.
You go from there. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
you
from
need to
the.
get like a mix of everything, like
I'm becoming quite partial to the is it sungi over here? So I'm gonna take a little bit of that, a little bit of the siasi, and
a
this.
little bit of the onions.
And I might have to take 2 bites. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, sure.
Ready?
Okay.
And a little bit of the saigo chips.
Actually, I wonder.
Yeah.
Can we? I'll take 2 bites. Okay, we'll go. Let's go.
Yeah, try a little bit of the onions. You know,
Okay.
pickle in liquid.
Now I'm gonna make a little sampler for myself.
Sure.
So we have the sago. That's complex preparation.
Complex. Yeah.
Let's see, we've got cucumber on here. Okay.
All right. I'll have this.
A bit of onion, you reckon? A bit of onion? So you're almost like putting together the perfect bite, aren't I? Okay, here I go.
You good?
It's really good. It's definitely a different take,
Yeah.
especially with the marinated cucumbers or pickled cucumbers and onions, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed today's show as demonstrated by our creative and talented chef Jiju. You can see that we can incorporate a lot of our local produce into our meals. So we hope that you take some value in some of the inspiration and creativity that you've seen here today and support our local farmers in your meals and food choices. I am Cherie Robinson Moores, Country Director for APTC, working in partnership with the Samoa Tourism Authority. We hope you will join us again next week on Kuka, Tastes of Beautiful Samoa. Tō whā, soifua.